What's up, Vincent?
The largest black hole I have ever encountered, Mr. Pizer.
Let's have a look at it on the holograph.
Okay guys, as you've seen by the thumbnail here, this is the black hole. I've got a small collection now. It's kind of grown recently. And if you're not familiar with the black hole, it's basically a Disney movie, I think from 1979, classic sci-fi ghost ship on the horizon. Kind of think of a kid, or slightly kid-friendly Event Horizon. And this is an amazing movie. You haven't checked it out. And now with the internet, obviously we know there's a lot of script problems and whatnot. But back then it was a pretty stunning movie. Even now if you watch it, just the matte paintings in the background. Something else that stands out as well is the theme score, the intro. Absolutely amazing, iconic. And we have the Cygnus here.
I picked up something else of interest.
Let's see it.
It hasn't moved since I first picked it up. It seems to be some kind of ship.
Do you copy, Alex?
Roger, Dad.
And the Blu-ray is, they do have one available, but basically the DVD is the only one you can get right now, which is completely fine. The quality is nice. I've had this. I bought a from America years and years ago. So if you've got a chance, watch it. It's really, really good. One of my top favorite sci-fi movies. Now, back in the day, there were toys available by Mego, I believe, but I'd never seen them. So we had to make do with colouring books, which I'll pop in here if I've got it. And obviously we had storybooks. I had a Star Wars one, a Tron version, and I also had the Black Hole. This is the cassette version. You could get the vinyl record as well. I'm not even sure if it plays anymore. I don't have a cassette recorder to check. But if you have a quick look through, if you've never seen one of these, you just turn the pages and just read along with the cassette. I also had the little golden book as well, but I got rid of that back in 2016. Should have kept it, but ah well. So yeah, very iconic. You've got old Bob, Vincent. But just the art arrangement, the designs, really, really stunning. Robert Forster? He recently passed. But yeah, amazing movie. Obviously, with the better quality now, you can see some of the special effects, but still, it holds up. Fantastic movie. Especially the ending. Obviously now, as I just said, the script was all over the place towards the end, but as you watched as a kid in the 80s, when I finally saw it, very early 80s, it was just very abstract. So yeah, you just basically read into it whatever you want. So Dante's Inferno, much like Event Horizon, Hell, all those thematic type things. Things you weren't aware of at the child, but just the filmography and just the visuals towards the end too was just a trip, much like most 70s things were, so it didn't seem out of place. But that was something I had as well. And besides the colouring books, I never saw the toys, but I wanted something badly, so out of one of the colouring books I had this. I even laminated just to keep it in good condition, but yeah, this is the best I could do with Vincent for literally decades. And then in 2025 my sister surprised me completely out of the blue with a reaction figure. And these things are amazing. I'm not even going to open it because it looks so good on card. Not even punched. So we've got a little version of Vincent there, and I was very happy with that. Maximillian and old Bob on the back as well. Even the depiction of the black hole was so well done. So yeah, this was absolutely fantastic. Super happy with it. So much like many other things that I've had in my wish list, it's been in and out of my wish list basket on eBay for literally years. Oh, I should buy it. No, it's a waste of money. Oh, I should buy it. No, it's a waste of money. Then in 2026, this past Christmas, my sister outdid herself again. I wish she wouldn't, but I'm glad she did. She bought me the Diamond Select version of Maximillian. Now the box is a little beat up, it's from America, but it doesn't matter, I'm going to open it anyway. But the figure is huge. You see, this is the reaction figure here. It's massive, but absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to really enjoy it. We're going to open this up. We have a look on the back here. Now there was different versions offered as well, but I'll show you where that came from in just a sec. But again, we've got old Bob, which I was never really into, so I just don't want him. But Vincent was my main guy as well, so you got the good guy and the bad guy. But he's an iconic robot, Maximillian, up there with the best of them. Obviously with the Star Wars craze in the late 70s, and you had Starbuck as well. Starbuck, I mean Buck Rogers, all of that kind of stuff. Robots all over the place. But yeah, I'll be putting in a bunch of clips as well just to show you this, yeah, iconic images from this movie. Absolutely brilliant. But yeah, a big thanks to my sister for this. She absolutely didn't have to, but yeah, these things are really expensive. That's why I kind of put it out of my my eBay card again. I thought, you know what, why bother? But since she bought me this, well then I had to go get Vincent, obviously. So I went online and had a look. And a few months ago, I also got the Diamond Select Vincent, which is obviously a lot more articulated than the smaller reaction by design as well. So I'm not sure if Diamond Select is still a working company anymore, or it was bought out. But this actually came in another version as well, maybe a Walmart special, but it also had Vincent and old Bob in one pack with a extra special, like a background, the Cygnus background. But this is completely fine. Yeah, this is from Walgreens, so the other one wasn't maybe. But yes, we're going to open this up and have a squiz too. So literally after many, many, many decades, I've actually got the robots. So they'll look nice sitting on the shelf. This guy was awesome. I think he was actually voiced by Roddy McDowall too, if I'm not mistaken. That could be a complete lie, but I'm pretty sure he was. But again, as a kid, had no idea about any of this. He was just an awesome floaty robot. So we're going to go ahead and have a squiz and open them up. So the box is your very 1979 futuristic background. Very nice. And here we have something cool too, which I just mentioned was with the Vincent version as well, with the old Bob double pack. And this is a backdrop of one of the Cygnus panels. I'll pop that in there if I remember. Tape. I think this is from 2019, so the sticky tape residue is a bit unfortunate. Residue. So I think the other part that comes with Bob and Vincent, this actually slits into that base, which doesn't come with this, which is a pity. Oh well. Nice nonetheless. I'll put that away. Here's the base, basic disc. Which is really big. Being something that hovers as well, it's the only real way you can display him, unfortunately. Like such. It's a pity we can't adjust anything like that. You're basically stuck with it as is. Here we have Maximillian. He's freaking huge. So we'll just got twist ties, a lot of twist ties. Okay, we got him out. They were not messing around with these wires. That's some serious bondage happening in there. But here we have the parts. The first one that confuses me is the little, which is the lightening. Sorry, this, I don't remember this being in the movie. But if you do a lot of figure photography, you could probably use these on some of the other figures as well. It kind of reminds me of the X-Men Storm lightning. Transparent. It's very nicely done though. There's only one scene I could think that maybe this is referencing, which I've got a lot of edits I'll stick in there for you to see. Very nice. It even looks like it might stick in maybe one of the holes here. Let's have a look. Such a beautiful design for a robot. Absolutely brilliant. Maybe this goes in there. No, it doesn't, and it looks awful, so I'm very sure that does not do that. So here we have the robot with a head. Now, if this was more recent, this would actually maybe have an LED to light up, because this actually glows in the movie. Very menacingly. Got some nice paint detail there, again, because he was worn. They were stuck in space. I think it was for 20 years before they were discovered by the Palomino crew. We have the anti-grav flaps. I'm guessing that's what they were. So long. I can't believe I'm actually holding him now. It's so cool. The waist twists. You do have to be careful of the arms though. He didn't really do much mobile wise. I think the legs can actually go up and down as well. This is where we have to put it in the stand. If we have a look here, all the arms are articulated. I think you have to rotate each one to make them move. This is his claw. Laser gun, some nice weathering there. Yeah, you do need to turn them around to use each one. So 2 lasers on this side. And that one. That's the mechanism we can see under there. He also had an awesome humming noise, which would precede him as he flew around as well on the back there. There wasn't too much detail. It was a very clean looking robot. The other side here we have the attachment, for which I'll show you in a sec. So with this claw here you do get another one that matches if you need to do so. Just plugs in. It's quite solid feeling, it's not flimsy at all, which is nice. So if you wanted those two as well. Another robot they could have did was done was the Star Droid as well, the general robots of the Cygnet's crew. There could have been so many figures released, but yeah. It's a pity, but at least we got some. It's very cool. It's quite heavy too. As we see here, the arms do impede it slightly, unfortunately, but yeah, we do have that mobility. I'd want to be careful about this braking. See up close here. Now the reason why this one is detachable, because the infamous scene in the movie, it's also got Anthony Perkins from Psycho, if you know that movie. He plays one of the scientists. And here we have when he opens his claw to menace the crew. As a kid this is pretty crazy, especially for a Disney movie. Yeah, that's what he looks like with the claw out. It does hold up, a little bit loose, but it does work. But yeah, we've also got the spinning version. Well, this one actually comes out as well, which is good because I think he does the double claw, even though there's only one for this. which is basically replicating the movie, which again I'll put that scene in here if I remember. So. Just looks like they're spinning as it does in the movie, and unfortunately Anthony Perkins gets on the wrong end of the robot, which is it wasn't gory, but it was pretty shocking for the time, especially again for a Disney movie. It was a very dark movie. But yeah, it's very cool. It's very chonky on the side too. So let's just put him on the stand. I think personally I'd just have both claws, mainly so you don't lose them. Now again, as we've seen here, I think there was another option, you didn't get this head, but with this particular version you do. So if we look closely, I'm not sure if that's coming up, but again, another iconic scene in the movie which was very, very weird. But again, script problems, but back then it was just freaky. Dr. Reinhardt, I think that was his name, he actually merges with Maximillian. And I'm sure there's some kind of theory to that with Dante's Inferno and all that kind of hell. But it's a very cool thematic scene. I really urge you to go watch it if you haven't seen it. I might put it up here if I remember. Yeah. So this is that version if you so wish. If this lit up, it would be so cool. But this is awesome that they added it anyway if you chose. I'm not going to use it, but it's cool that they put it in there. So let's just stick him on there so you can see. I don't think you notice it actually unless someone pointed it out. The weathering is pretty much the same. It's quite uniform. Yeah, I don't think you'd even notice it if someone didn't tell you. But again, it's such a cool design. I always like this vent style, which is why I'm also putting it on my car. That vent style just looks really, really nice. I don't know what it is. Yeah, let's pop the head off there. It's nice to have the option. So I'm not sure. Put his head back on there. This pushes in there nicely. I guess that's supposed to stick in there somehow and just kind of hang off. Something like that. I really don't know. Yeah, just put him on the stand, see how he looks. Yeah, it's just a really nice display piece. I don't know about playability wise, but yeah, just an awesome piece. Look nice on the shelf. Alright guys, so that's Maximillian. So let's move on to Vincent. Okay, and here we have Vincent. Such a cool design for a robot. Slightly different from Star Wars obviously because we had the floaty option, and on the actual robot here too the LCD screen lights up. We've also got little bits and bobs of movement, but we'll show you what that looks like. The side just shows the open there. And I think I did this before as well, Vincent and Maximillian together. Protagonist and the antagonist. So let's just slide this open. Box is mint on this one, so I'd like to be careful. Have a look inside, it's the same background as Maximillian in there. Very flimsy packaging unfortunately, but what are you going to do? Yeah, this has a lot of tiny parts, you've got to be really careful with this one. Just pop these here for now. This is not wide in. Wow, it's the first time I'm actually holding one of these. Detail is amazing. I don't know if you can see that there, but yeah, it's not blurry at all. The paint application is perfect. These used to light up in the movies, all the little blinky lights. I've forgotten what this means at the moment. I'll pop it up if I remember. But yeah, he also used these balls as a magnetizing to actually magnetize to the outside of the hull as well. Yeah, we'll mess around with him, just see all the bits. If we have a look in here too, we do have a stand, which is strange because this one is clear. This pops in here. I mean, it is adjustable in a sense that you can basically unscrew it, I guess, and then make it shorter or taller. Oh, I'm missing something else here. This little thing. That's what it's supposed to look like. They fell apart, bopping around in the box, obviously, being so small. We'll go through those in a tick. But yeah, it'd be nice if it would have been uniform with Maximillian and just had a clear stand or a black stand. I prefer clear for Maximillian, to be honest. This just pops in here, I guess. And this. Okay, so there's a mounting hole in the back here that we can see. Something like that, I guess. If you look now at the higher quality versions of the movie, you can actually see the wires in a lot of the shots, but it doesn't bother me. Yeah, it's a little flimsy, but if I got the screwdriver, I'm pretty sure we could tighten that up. But yeah, I've got other stands as well I could use. Oops. Yeah, that's a bit shocking. So yeah, the stand isn't so good. But there he is in all his glory. So there, let's get to fiddling. Yeah, it's a bit wobbly. Let's check it out. The robot itself is beautifully done. I can't stress that enough. So in the movie too, when he got surprised or overheated, his helmet would pop up like this. And then for security, if he panicked, he'd pop it down like such. It's quite loose, turning around. He also had a telepathic connection to Dr. McRae as well, and his eyes would glow differently to show that he was in communication, which was nice. But the colours are really vibrant, really well done, even on top. There's no wear, unlike Maximillian. Vincent was quite clean. I really like that. You can see his little brain and workings inside. That's very well detailed. That's amazing. It's very nicely done. Just push that down and then open it back up. There's a little bit of paint problems there, and it might scratch a bit if you keep doing it too much here, as I see there. So you'd want to be careful. I think you just leave him like that anyway. So here, I think we can remove these extender arms. And then put in these little retractable spots. I prefer it like this, it looks cleaner. And I have no idea how you'd ever get that out again. So we're just going to keep them in there now. This one as well. Yeah, you need fingernails to get that out. That would be a problem. I don't know how you do that, but yeah, that's what it looks like. Very clean. When he wasn't using these to magnetize to surfaces, this should just pull out. This is what he usually looked like. These days they probably have an extendable mechanism to pull them out. Beggars can't be choosers with Vincent. Again, you want to be careful with these plugs. So this is what I'm familiar with. This is really how he looked through most of the movie. Does feel like it's probably a bit of paint overreach around here as well, but nothing too bad. Again, this is from 2019, it's a while ago, but no. You don't want to be too picky. It's Vincent there. Now these here should open as well, and these should remove. I'm not sure how, but just give me a chance to have a look here. You'd think that these would also fit in there, but they don't. The hole is actually too large, so I'm not quite sure what the point of that is. So, but they would reach out like this if they could. It's nice to have it in there anyway. Let's just pop the other arm back in so we don't lose it. Okay, it is removable, but you do scratch the paint getting it out, because I had to use a pair of tweezers, so I'll only show you just one arm. So this is the scene obviously where, yeah, he uses his lasers with the jewel with star. And when they first enter the Cygnus, but this is what I like how it's clear too, it's nice. Yeah, that's what it looked like. As well with two of those. But yeah, it's really hard to get out, it's a little bit of a problem. Could have had a slide or some kind of push to get that out. Yeah, it's either an in or out thing. You really want to keep doing that. And they're slightly angled, which I didn't know. Maybe I've just got it upside down. It's a little better. Yeah, nice little design for the laser guns. It's very cool. Let's just pop that one back in there. Yeah, you can see there's no real way to remove that at all. Just a tiny little tweezer to get in there, but it does scratch the paint. Tiny, tiny little bit. I don't know if you can even see that. Just pop that back in. And that's where you shall stay. And there was one other feature that he shows in the movie as well. And that was this. And this little panel flips down. I don't want to push it too far. I think that's as far as it goes, but you'll see this here in his showdown with Maximillian towards the end of the film. This here is actually a drill bit. Paints came off it slightly. You can see there, but yeah, this actually goes here for the movie. Like such, and then like such, I'm sorry, and that kind of extends out as well and does what it does to Maximillian, which I'll show you shortly, who sounds like Chewbacca when he flies off in the distance, which was really, really weird. But Yeah, but that's Vincent. We'll pop that back. But I think if I had my choice, I'd just display him like this. This is the Vincent I know and love. And then, yeah, I'll see if I can get a screwdriver and just tighten these up a little bit because they're very, very loose. But that's Vincent. So yeah, if you haven't seen the movie The Black Hole, I do suggest you watch it. It's a good sci-fi movie regardless. Great special effects, great matte painting, very cool storyline, great robots, and some great actors there too, you'll recognise. Yeah. Oops. So yeah, Diamond Select, very, very cool. Thanks people.